Going into Shield Sheldon stage, I was expecting something a whole lot easier than Infinity Maginian and Reenie's Reploid. And for the main path, it was extremely easy. Besides that one jump, there's pretty much nothing in the stage that's actually going to challenge you, besides losing your patience. There's only 3 Reploids even on the main path in the first place, and the game decided to be really nice and made it so all the nightmares on the main path are compatible for infection. So there's basically just this backtrack and that's it for the main path. Apparently in this stage, the infected Reploids can shoot at you, which I don't know why, but they can. Thankfully it doesn't make a big difference in this level, because this level has very little going on. After this stage is literally exactly the same as it is in the casual playthrough. The actual hard part of the stage comes in at the nightmare area. For now though, enjoy sped up main path. Now finally, let's get on to the interesting part. I failed this upcoming part so many times that I might as well be able to write a freaking thesis or college essay on this dumb laser puzzle. I have to do it so many times. The Reploids that are sitting by the shadow armor part are really easy to infect. The problem comes right afterwards in a place that you probably forgot about, because this is an example of why this is a challenge. A Reploid's so easy to rescue that it becomes a huge problem on a challenge like this. So here's the issue with Marl, as his name apparently is. He is directly on the platform that you need to be on to progress. So you have to use the shield attacker, or whatever the X-series equivalent is called, to damage boost onto the spikes and get under and onto the other side of the platform. But it doesn't stop there. There's 2 other Reploids in the exact same vicinity as this Reploid, and since the nightmare's all the way over here, it will go for the other 2 first. And because this Reploid's in a really awkward position, you basically have to die. Because good luck scrolling that nightmare back on screen and going back under the platform and around again. You're not even safe when you get to the actual nightmare area itself, because unlike the main stage, the nightmare area was very mean with its infector nightmares, because the only infector is at the very end of this section. So if you want to infect every Reploid here, you have to get the only infector nightmare all the way at the end and bring them all the way back to the start multiple times. And what's even better is that there's a just out of reach non-infector nightmare that's going to be shooting at you while you're trying to bait the only infector nightmare. And on extreme mode, this nightmare has more health than a charged ray arrow does, so you have to resort to weird strategies like using meteor rain of all weapons to get rid of it. I even tried to use guard shell to block the nightmare's projectiles, but guard shell doesn't protect you against nightmare shots, because yes. I cut this out, but I actually purposely game overed just so I could save the Reploids from before the nightmare path being killed, so that if I screwed up this section, I didn't have to do those 3 Reploids again. And keep in mind, if you do fail, you have to redo the entire laser puzzle again. And if you die, you have to dance around the Reploids that you haven't infected yet, which is not too bad, but definitely possible to screw up. And keep in mind that I mentioned earlier that for some reason the infector nightmares shoot at you in this stage, so while you're backtracking you also gotta deal with that, which is super fun. A bit unrelated, but a weird funny thing I discovered while doing this is that you can actually aim a guard shell, like put it below and above you for some reason, which sure isn't useful. Last one, this one is actually past the infector instead of before it, so it's pretty easy. And there you go. That's all 16. After this is Hymax, who takes forever as usual and has nothing noteworthy to mention as usual. And there you go. Pardon the weirdly crunchy footage. I don't know how it happened. Next up, Ground Scaravich.